Good day, Sagittarius, and welcome to my channel. This is your weekly reading for July 21st to the 27th. If you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope this reading resonates with you. Let's go ahead and check out your affirmation for the week. I have been given endless talents, which I begin to utilize today. I have been given endless talents, which I begin to utilize today. Universe speak. Spirits guide. What needs to be known? What lessons need to be learned? Four of Hearts, retreat and refocus. So this is your main energy. So all week you need to be, dealing with, you're going to have overwhelming thoughts, and you're going to be disappointed. You're going to have emotional stress, all that kinds of crap going on. I feel like a really wild week, like in your head, more in your head than anything, right? What this card suggests is that you make out quality time. Like when you have downtime, don't just sit there and binge watch some show or sit there and flip through Facebook for a whole day. Instead, when you have that quality time, it's time to meditate. It's time to do yoga, go to the gym, do your spiritual activities. It's time for you to heal your mind, body, and soul. You heal your body and your soul, you'll heal your mind. Okay, you'll get past that overwhelming feeling or that disappointment that you got going on, or whatever it is that's going on. Exercise, meditation, spiritual things will help you alleviate that. Okay, but you're gonna have to do this all week. Okay, the cards are basically telling you that you need this all week. So you need to make sure that all your time is quality time, that you are doing something that is actually helpful, that is healthy, mentally, physically, spiritually. That's what you need to be doing this week, so that you can get past whatever this is. This can be anything. This can even be just a past thought, like maybe something this week is going on that maybe there was a death this week years ago, or something's going to be going on this week that is causing you these feelings, causing this emotional distress that's going on, right? And the best way to fix that is to fix your mind, body, and soul. Take care of yourself, nourish yourself. Also, I would say, I don't know why this is popping in my head, because this doesn't usually come up. Also, eating clean, eating good food, healthy food, is going to benefit you a lot this week as well. Beginning of the week, you got false fears. So whatever false fears you have at the beginning of the week, they are just that, false fears. Okay, they're not actual fears. You're worried about absolutely nothing. Okay, whatever it is that you're fearing, take action on it. Work opposite to that emotion, work opposite to fear, and be brave and go after what you want to go after, whatever that may be. All right, whatever this that you're fearing, you need to go after it. Then you've got harvest season, the Seven of Diamonds here. So some kind of effort from your past is going to start paying out. Like say you had an Etsy shop, and it just didn't work out, or you had a YouTube channel and nobody was watching your videos, or you were a carpenter and nobody was hiring you. Well, you're going to start seeing some movement in those places, right? People might start buying your wares, asking you about your wares, watching your videos, liking your videos. People might start asking you if you would build their deck for them and all that stuff. And that is time to hop back on it. That is time to start planting more seeds, making more wares, making more videos, making sure that people know that you are a carpenter, all that good shit. But with this, I always also say that there's other things when it comes to a business or any kind of way that you are making some kind of financial decisions and stuff. When it comes to business and whatnot, I think that the biggest problem is why it fails so much for so many people is we don't understand that shit takes time, and shit takes time like way more than we think it should. It takes a lot longer for shit to happen than we think it should, and that's what you need to think about. And instead of giving into that and being like, well, this is a failed project after like 6 months, and telling yourself, dude, I only did it for 6 months. I need to do it for a couple of years before I'm like, oh, yeah, it just didn't work out. Yeah, so that's one thing. And then the other thing is that people, you might be able to make your jewelry, or you might be able to make these videos or build that deck or whatever. But do you know the business end? Do you know how to promote yourself? Do you know how to market? Do you know how to bring in employees? Do you know how to bring in fans and all that stuff? And the best way to figure that out, how to do those kind of things, YouTube, right here on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube's got videos for almost everything. If there's something that you are wanting to do, it's a niche, right? If you make jewelry, that's a niche, and YouTube has that niche on here of how to do that. I'm sure of it. I haven't looked it up because I don't make jewelry, but it is definitely most likely on here. So you need to take the risk. Take the risk. You have a leap of faith here, the Joker card. Yeah, so there's a positive risk in front of you, which, it's right here, the harvest season, the harvest that you could be building. But remember, it takes time. It takes time to take care of a harvest, right? You gotta feed it. You gotta, water it, all that stuff for it to grow. So you gotta plant those seeds too. But he's not looking at the harvest season. He's not looking ahead, is he? No, he's looking here at his past. This is a failure. This failed, or whatever this past is that's bothering you and whatnot. And this person is just looking back. The Joker's just looking back and like, yeah, but I already failed before, causing that false fear, right? You need to stop looking at the past and look at the future. Look at this, okay? Yes, this is part of your past, but what if you just didn't do enough? Or what if you didn't hang in there long enough? So you need to take that leap. The sun is pointing to the harvest, right? Pointing forward, telling you to go forward, telling you to take that positive risk. And yes, it is a risk. Everything that we do is a risk, okay? But this is a positive one. So even if it doesn't work out how you want it to work out, like that could even be, you want instant gratification and it doesn't work out that way, and you have to actually work a year or two at the whatever it is, in order to get that harvest, in order to reap the fruits of your labor. And that isn't how you want it to be done, but that's how it's going to go, and it's still a positive thing, right? So definitely don't worry about your past failures, okay? You need to start working on your future successes. That's what you need to do, okay? So don't be like, oh, I already failed once, why would I go back and do it again? Because the time is right, and because maybe there's something you weren't doing, that would have made it work. All right, so let's see what the writer's deck says. Justice. Yeah, you need to weigh it out. I think that's what you need to do. You need to weigh out the scales, and you need to stop putting so much into your past. Stop putting so much into this false fear, these overwhelming feelings, the disappointment, all that stuff. I'm really starting to think that the whole Four of Hearts here is about the past harvest that you tried, and now you need to try again. And I think you're overwhelmed by, should I do it or shouldn't I do it? Or, oh, but I failed back here. And you're putting too much weight on that failure. You're putting too much weight into the past. You need to start putting weight into the future. That's what you need to start doing. Yes, like the Chariot, you need to go forward. You need to forward, not backwards. Okay, forward. Some travel might be needed. Maybe you need some travel to clear out the head, so you can actually see what it is that's going on here, and what kind of, awesome thing that you could be doing. Because I do think it's an awesome thing, and I think that it's going to lead, to abundance, of happiness, joy, and even financial abundance eventually. Okay, remember, eventually. You guys stick in there. Let's go ahead and see what the Poe cards have to say. Yeah, you got to mix it up. You got to mix up the formula. You got to mix it up in your head that this is a good idea. You got to mix it up. And you also got to mix it up and make sure that you're taking care of your mind, body, and soul. So that part isn't, making everything worse than it needs to be. All right. But yeah, I definitely think that if you do this, it's going to lead to something good. Oh, shit. Bottom of the deck. Sun card. Yep, that's what you're heading towards. You're heading towards happiness, love, joy. I think also not just with, life or family or a spouse or anything. I think love, happiness, and joy in the work that you're going to be doing. I think that you're going to prosper that, I think that you'll have financial success, but I think also you're going to have a happier, more joyful, fulfilling time doing what you should be doing, and then adding those things that you need to do, like waiting and business and all that, to make sure that it works out right. And then that's what you're going to be leading to, right? But you got to mix up the thing. You got to mix up the formula. You're the one that's got to go headstrong. You're the one that's got to take action. You're the one that's got to set the weight away from the past and onto the future. Okay? So there you go. I hope this resonates. I hope it helps in some way. If it does, hit that like button. And if you would, please comment, share, and subscribe. I hope to see you back here next week. And until then, stay safe, stay mindful, and stay healthy.